Hey everyone, it's me Merlin, your keyboard wizard, here with an unboxing of the Keychron Q1. Let's get started. Keychron sent me quite a few items in this package. Let's take a look at them. Keychron sent me three types of Gateron Phantom switches. Got the typical linear reds, tactile browns, and the clicky blues. So yeah, I'm a linear user these days, so I will only be using the Gateron Phantom reds, but maybe with the browns I can send them to Glarsis or something. So they even sent me this little Gateron switch opener. Honestly, it feels like more of a dental tool to pull teeth or something. So yeah, I couldn't really open up a switch in the same way that my Keyboss opener does it, so I'm not sure I would ever use this again. It is kind of a cool novelty tool though. Next up is the Rest. This guy honestly feels kind of cheap. The wood feels super hollow and I don't quite like the finish here. It almost seems like something that you could buy off of AliExpress and it's just a rebranded Keychron. I don't like having the Keychron logo on the bottom right there. It honestly feels really tacky. Keychron sent me two sets. There's the JM49 and the JM45. The JM45 is a vintage-like set with yellowed alphas and gray modifiers, and yellow accents. Honestly, it doesn't look very good. It's kind of like those old computers that have yellowed over time. Like, some people like this, some people don't. It does look kind of gross to me, to be honest. The JM45, however, is your typical white alphas black modifier set, and it's got red accents. This one looks very modern, but at the same time very gamery. Unfortunately, none of these keysets actually have shine through, so even though the keyboard supports backlighting, you won't really see any of that. So these sets have a lot of the legending issues that I've seen from a lot of Chinese-made sets. For example, look at that shift key. You've got shift, space, T, and you'll see a couple line weight issues as well. Take a look at that $ on the 4 key and the @ symbol on the 2 key. There's quite a few alignment issues as well. This is most noticeable on the 2 key. You'll even see this on the escape key. I guess whenever they did the die sub process, it probably wasn't placed correctly. Who knows? So this really isn't a great key set, but I'm sure you can find better ones on something like Amazon. Alright, and of course they sent me the keyboard. Once you open it, you're greeted with a quick start guide. After that, you've got this little placemat thing that has a switch puller and a keycap puller. Neither of them particularly high quality, so once again, you can probably find better stuff on Amazon. And underneath this layer, you finally catch a glimpse of the Keychron Q1. You're greeted with this instructional placard here. Make sure switch pins are straight before inserting switches in, and then on the other end, please be gentle and make sure to align the pins with the socket properly. This is actually quite a huge deal. A lot of people mess up their pins, people break their hot swap sockets, so I would encourage you to listen to what this little placard says. After that, there's this quick instruction manual available in several languages. The Q1 includes a fancy coiled aviator cable, as you can see here. And I just noticed on the one end here, you've got your option of USB-A or USB-C. Other stuff here is extra keycaps, extra gaskets, and additional screws. So as you can see, my board already came with the JM49 keycaps installed. So now I've got two of them. Like I said earlier, they're not really the best key sets, so I'm not sure what I'll do with this extra set. Overall, the board looks pretty nice. It is definitely in the layout that I prefer. I like the exploded layout look with the arrow keys, rightmost column, and the function row all removed. And as you can see, there's this fancy looking badge here. But yeah, this looks like your typical standard 75%. Nothing really fancy on the back, nothing really fancy around the corners or the edges. I do like how thick that bezel is, though I would have preferred the corners a little more rounded than they are now. Right now it literally just looks like a rectangular block. But aren't most keyboards rectangular blocks? Unfortunately, this is a completely stock experience, so none of these switches are lubed, none of these stabilizers are lubed, so just typing on this at the bare minimum, everything feels really rattly and wobbly. But let's do a typing test. The Q1 is affixed together with 8 screws you can find on the bottom. There's 4 on the top part of the case, and there's 4 on the bottom part of the case. Once removed, both halves can be easily taken apart. You'll see that the PCB is affixed to the plate with 6 screws, and the daughterboard is affixed to the top of the case with 2 screws. This is the gasket mount keyboard, so you can see the gaskets affixed all around. However, they are not present on the middle portion here. That's probably why they have included extra gaskets so you can tweak your typing feel. This daughterboard being affixed to the top part of the chassis is very interesting. If you're used to keyboards with daughterboards, you'll notice that once you take them apart, there's a chance that you might pull the cable too tight, you might break it, or you might just pull it out of the sockets. With this kind of design, even if you take the board apart, you don't have to worry about that. However, one thing I haven't seen on this PCB quite yet is ESD, over voltage, and over current protection. Of course, my knowledge about this is very limited. I'm only knowledgeable about one form. There could be something here that I don't know of. Overall, the PCB seems very well built. It's very sturdy. I think it will last a long time. All of the traces look properly done. It's not auto-routed like some keyboards. So, my initial review of this board is that it definitely feels like a cheap custom. It's a budget entry-level custom. It's got a lot of cool features like gasket mounting, which seems to be working just right. Like if you catch my typing sounds over here, you can see that the whole board is flexing. It's flexing like how it's supposed to be, you know? I was honestly expecting a stiffer typing experience that's pretty much similar to a lot of OEM boards out there, but this one actually feels relatively bouncy. Like a lot of work can still be put into it. I still need to lube switches, stabilizers, all that stuff. But overall, it feels good. Yeah, that's my quick couple minutes take on the Q1. Literally just owned this for about 2 hours. So yeah, check it out. Check out my other videos. Alright guys, thanks for watching.